This morning in our Pushing the Limit series, we introduce you to a wounded Army veteran who overcame incredible odds to climb one of the world's most treacherous mountains. Mount Kilimanjaro is Africa's highest peak at more than 19,000 feet. But Adam Keyes recently made it to the summit on prosthetic legs. He lost 3 limbs in Afghanistan and had never climbed a mountain before. Keyes documented the trip for CBS This Morning. Jan Crawford followed his journey. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning, John. I mean, this is an incredible story of perseverance and faith and really just making the most out of every minute that you have. I mean, Adam Keyes says his story shows that you can do things that no one would have ever thought possible if you believe you can.
For anyone, it's a soaring achievement.
Amazing. This is amazing.
But for Adam Keyes, the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro was only part of the climb.
When I'm walking, I only look down. I don't look up.
A few years ago, taking even one step was unimaginable.
On July 14th, 2010 was the day I was injured.
He was 26 years old, an Army paratrooper on patrol in Afghanistan when his truck parked by a roadside bomb.
As soon as I opened the door, the ID went off, so that's the last I remember.
He woke up 2 months later.
For a while there, it was touch and go for a long, long time.
Doctors initially gave Keyes less than a 1% chance of survival, but to his mother, that meant he had a chance.
She came in and the doctor said, "Do you know who this is?" I said, "Yes, that's my mother." She started crying, and I'm getting teared up right now, but she just looked at the doctor and said, "I told you." So it was one of those things.
And what did she know about you that they didn't?
I guess mostly I am determined, and when I set my goals on something, I want to get it done, but mostly I'm stubborn, and I like to prove people wrong.
Months went by before Keyes was strong enough to learn the other soldiers hadn't made it.
And that hit me very hard. I felt like I left my guys down because, you know, you're a team over there. And some guys looked up to me. And not for much reason, because I didn't have the rank or anything, but I was always determined.
You're a leader.
I tried to be. I always wanted to be, that's for sure.
Enduring over 100 surgeries, Keyes was determined to survive for them.
I coded 6 times. I should have been dead. By any stretch of the imagination, I should have been dead. But I was given a second chance.
Smile.
It was a journey of hope and determination. He learned to talk and walk again and decided he would squeeze the most out of that second chance. Eventually, he was competing on the hand cycle in marathons before turning his sights incredibly to the peaks of Kilimanjaro.
It's crazy.
It is. It's ambitious.
Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro is,
Yes.
I mean, most people with all 4 limbs in the world could never do that.
Well, that's a little bit of drive again. I mean, I use that as motivation to myself. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
He saw the climb, over 19,000 feet, as a message to others.
You're pushing yourself to the limits to show people
I am.
that they can do it.
If you have that obstacle in front of you, you can get over it. And I'm hoping to show that you can do it. But it does take a lot of work. You have to lean on other people.
His friend Tyler, a medic, climbed alongside him and documented the trip for us.
How you feeling? I'm feeling great. To the top.
A group of Tanzanian guides became invested in his journey.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
At times carrying his mountainized wheelchair and lifting his spirits during the hardest moments. They imagined it would be brutal, the outcome uncertain.
Oh. Oh.
Don't worry, you're safe.
But after 5 days of climbing on sore limbs, followed by freezing nights, they reached the top.
This is my unit deployed to Afghanistan 2010. Airborne all the way.
And there at the summit, Keyes felt even closer to his fellow soldiers.
And I'm gonna leave a very special, my Purple Heart, for everybody who's been in the service. We owe you big time, and we always appreciate it.
His goal now, help others back home.
Welcome home, darling.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
Thank you. It was a hell of a ride.
Awesome.
And landing back in the U.S., news of his achievement spread quickly in the airport.
Thank you, thank you.
And Keys got the recognition he never seeks, but deserves.
Now, Adam isn't stopping there. He got back from the climb last week, and then he traveled to Chicago for the marathon there this past weekend. And now he's getting ready to compete in the New York City Marathon next month. And at the same time, he's also raising money for wounded warriors through his Facebook page. This is all part of an effort that he's calling One Step Forward. Bianna?
Wow. I mean, what can't he do? He said
He can
it
do
was
anything,
easy,
and
but
now we
right.
all want to meet him, Jan.
Jan, we're all in a pool crying here on set because he's just incredible.
To leave that Purple Heart there, too. Wow.
Goosebumps.
We want to meet him, yes. What a hero.
Thank you,
wow.
Jan.
Amazing.